Hi guys, we're live. We're here back with some Loom School this Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope everyone is doing well. Our fearless leader is over on Nilay's YouTube channel today, and she's actually at this moment finishing up a project with him. So we're kind of overlapping just a smidge, but we both have some fun projects planned for tonight. Unfortunately, my sidekick, or I'm her sidekick, however you want to look at it, she will not be with us today. Amber's not feeling well, so we're just going to I'm just going to do the best I can here without my sidekick and see what we can come up with, and hopefully we can have some fun. I am at my parents' house again. We are actually here this weekend for my husband's, or for my mother-in-law's memorial. She did pass away a few weeks ago, so we are here in Western Pennsylvania. So I am borrowing my mom and dad's computer in their area here. So if you hear TV, you hear dogs, that's just kind of par for the course, guys, and I know you won't mind. You're always so good about that. So I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of time to come on in. Of course, if there's any questions right out of the gate, let me know. I'll be showing you what project we're going to be doing. It's going to be a super fun Tila bracelet. And you can't ever have enough Tilas, that's for sure. Jules has a lot of variety over there. Some real beautiful beads in general, but especially, we have Tilas, we have check mixes, things like that. But I think what I'm going to start out doing here, guys, is since Jules is, I'm going to kind of change it up a little bit here. Since she's still over there hanging with me, why don't we just look through some fun beads while we'll check out these new check mixes that Jules has. And I'll put my stuff over to the side. Just kind of giving you a little taste of some of the new beads that she has in the shop. So I'm just pulling them down here. And I'm just going to get my camera flipped around. Hopefully I don't make you too sick doing this, but let me get my camera flipped. There we go. And here is our mat. I'm limited on space today, guys, so please forgive me. But we're going to make the best of it here. But there's always fun looking at check glass mixes, right? And I'm going to kind of pull these up so we can kind of see the names of them in case anyone goes looking for them. You'll certainly know what the names are. Let's see. So I was watching Jules and Nile. Let's see. Let's go on to her page so I can let you guys know what each one of these are. Okay, so I believe this one here, this blue one that's laying here is actually called Jewel Blue Check Glass. Now I'm going to bring you down closer here once I get this dumped out here, and check it out. And I do have my bead scoop handy, believe me. So let me bring you down closer to these beautiful check mixes. And again, the lighting, guys, I'm sorry. But you can certainly get an idea of what these mixes all have in them. Just some beautiful check glass. There's a beautiful crystal there that we have. Some table cut. Check glass, certainly can always use that. Look at this one, guys. Isn't that pretty? It's a table cut, but look at the sheen on that bead. Just super gorgeous. Just really fun stuff. Look at the little Buddha. So this one, again, is called Jewel Blue, and that is over on her website, guys. Don't miss out because the stuff that she's put into her shop lately is just super, super gorgeous. Oh, thank you for the condolences. I don't know how to say your name. Zakia? Is that right? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And hello, Melanie. And hello, Bonnie. Welcome in. We're looking at some gorgeous check glass mixes here, first out of the gate. I mean, why not get into some beady goodness right out of the gate, right? So that one was actually called Jewel Blue, in case you missed that one. And then Jules was kind of just giving us some examples, but she has lots of Tohos over there as well. But she sent like a couple coordinating seed bead mixes, so you could kind of see how you could blend them back to the seed beads pretty easily. So you'd be able to make a really fun project. You know, you have 8/0s and you have 11s and you have a check glass mix. That's really all you need in your hemp, you know. And she does have some new. Oh, I did good with your name. Good. I'm glad to hear that. So that's a beautiful, beautiful set there. And I'm just pulling them as they come out here. So let's see here. This one's called Midnight, which I guess the name stands to reason. Okay, I'll dump this out here. This is Midnight, and it has some beautiful grays and blacks and charcoal colors, some AB beads in there as well. If you see anything in particular you're liking in there you want me to pull out, certainly let me know, guys. But look at that piece. Get my camera to focus. That would be good. It gets really difficult with me whenever I have multiple things on my mat. But yeah, really, really pretty. Some letters, which is super cool. You could really make some fun stuff with those. You know, just kind of blending them in. And this, it looks like a lava stone, but it is not a lava stone. It's just a beautiful piece of check glass that has that texture on it. And there's Miss Amber. She come in to help us answer some questions. That was really nice of her. And then we have just some really, really pretty beauties. There are some actually crystal beads in here as well, guys. So, and then here are the two she picked for that to kind of blend back with that. And I think that's going to be gorgeous. This one's called Transparent Rainbow Black Diamond. And this one is Transparent Rainbow Black Diamond as well, just an 8s and 11s. So really pretty mixes. I just had to share. And we still have two more, I think, to look at. I mean, I know you guys never mind looking at beads, right? And I figured this would be a good way to start our show. Okay. All right. Get that picked up. Didn't need my bead scoop after all, did I? And I do only have one light with me today, guys, so please bear with me with the lighting. This is my favorite. Sorry, dogs. You know, what are you going to do? This one's my favorite. This one, of course, has the purples and turquoises and pinks and all that in, and those are absolutely my favorite. And I don't know how you guys feel about that kind of stuff, but I love the colors in this mix. Just super gorgeous. And let me find the name for you guys. This one is called... Where are you? There. Is that it? Yeah, Romance. That's called Romance, I believe. It's either Romance or Dreams. I think it might be Dreams because Romance doesn't have the turquoise in it. So, yeah, just really, really pretty stuff. Look at this. These crystals. Can you stand it? Big chunkin'. That'd be a big ring, wouldn't it, guys? And then, of course, here's our CBs to go back to that. And then I saved the best for last, of course. We're all turquoise colored loving people here, I think. We like to use that stuff. Oops, man down. We like to use the turquoise, and I see a lot of you enjoying to use that in your pieces and stuff like that. So this mix here, I think, is going to sell out pretty quick. Okay. And I don't know what to do with my other seed. Oh, I put them in there. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little bit scattered tonight a little bit here. So here's a beautiful one with lots of turquoise in it. Aren't they beautiful, Melanie? I think she did a great job with these mixes. Another man down. Boy, I'm going to be get beads up. But see how like this one has like that pop of white in it, and it just really brings out the other colors, you know? And look at that cool bead. I mean, that's just super, super neat. So, just some really cool stuff in here. Look at that one. It's like a matte finish. It almost has like a rough finish on it. Really, really neat, guys. So, and then of course, these are the two that we'll circle back with that. Look at that. It's gorgeous. They're both opaque turquoise. So perfect selection for that one. So, all right. Well, we had some fun looking at some beads here. I think we're going to get down to business here. And since it is given enough time for folks to come on in, we're going to get on with our Tila project. What's everyone up to tonight? Everyone, hope you're all doing well. Doing well out there. All right. So there's that. And one more thing I want to go over with you guys quick before I do get started. The bead pattern kit that you've seen Amber and I work with, we did bracelets and we did a ring with. There's actually been that all sold out. So Jules decided to kind of make a hybrid of that. And with this hybrid, she kept these three basic colors the same in it, but then instead of having the turquoise, she put in this gorgeous amethyst. And I know my lighting's not doing it justice, but so you can still get the kit. You're just going to have this beautiful amethyst in place of the other. But I just wanted to show you that so you could see just how pretty it is. So you're not losing out in any way, shape, or form. It's still very gorgeous. Yeah, really pretty. She did a great job curating that for sure. Okay, guys, so down to business here. We are going to be working on a Tila bracelet. Now, this is one that I designed, and you can see how it's kind of lumpy and bumpy in here, and I want to explain that out of the gate. The reason I didn't use Tohos or Mayukis in here, I just used like a cheaper seed bead, so the sizing on the beads isn't consistent. So you'll see like here or there where they look like they're a little bit too snug in there, but by using like Tohos or your Mayukis, you should not have that kind of problem. But this is the basic bracelet that I wore on one of our shows, and everybody said that they'd like to get a demo on how to make this. So I thought I would do that for you tonight, and it worked out well since I'm here by myself. I mean, that's not well. Believe me, I like my Amber here, but it's a project that I'm going to be doing. So let me get everything cleared out and moved over. And I'm going to bring my loom in. Now I did go ahead and warp my loom, guys. Of course, at any time, if you have any questions on warping, you can certainly reach out to us. And again, I am limited on space here, guys, so please work with me. So I have my loom, and the pattern here is 2, 3, 3, 2. And if you know what I mean when I say that, that means that those are the spaces that I've left for my beads to fit in there. So I've left 2 spaces, 3, 3, and 2. So that way, that's a basic bracelet, but with the variations of beads, I think it makes it look a little bit more complicated than it is. So that is what our warps are going to look like for that. And you'll see how I'm using this sticky mat. I've been really enjoying using that lately. It seems like it does keep everything nice and in place for me. So basically, I'm going to be using this wildfire, and this is the 0.006. And I'm going to be using about an arm span or an arm span and a half of it. A lot of times folks will recommend that you take 2 arm spans. I'm a very tall girl, so I don't take 2 arm spans because then I'm like drowning in wildfire. So for myself, I feel much more comfortable doing an arm span or an arm span and a half. So I'm just going to take that and measure it. And I'm going to put my cover back on so my thread doesn't unroll. I'm just going to snip that. Move that out of the way because I like to catch things with my thread and my needle. So we have our wildfire end here. I know that's hard to see. My camera's just being grumpy. But I'm going to just take my pliers here. And I think we may have showed you guys this trick before. But if you weren't around, you can see it again here. You're just going to take your pliers and you're just going to squeeze the end of that just slightly of your wildfire. And I don't know if you could see how that flattened out there. Okay, so that just makes it really a whole lot easier to thread your needle. Okay. And the older I get, the more I need to do that, believe me. So I just threaded my jewel loom needle. Okay. And I'm going to take the other end and I'm going to leave myself about a 4-inch tail. I'm going to go ahead in here. I'm going to leave myself enough room here. I'm going to use a ribbon crimp closure. As you can see on this one, that's what I did. A ribbon crimp closure and then magnetic clasp and a chain. So I want to, next week, we're going to take this off the loom and I'm going to show you then, guys, how to do a ribbon end closure in case you don't know. But I'm still going to give myself enough room here and I'm just going to put my thread through and, like I said, leave myself a 4-inch tail or so. And then I'm just going to tie that. And I don't tie it real tight because I know I'm going to come back and I'm going to weave those threads back through and tie it so you can kind of disguise it. And I'll show you that next week as well. Okay, so we're going to move our beautiful beads over and I'm going to show you these ones. This is the 8/0s that we're going to be using in our project. Those are the side beads here. Okay. And this one is called Transparent Rainbow Frosted Grass Green. Just gorgeous. You can see all the AB in it. And AB makes my heart sing. I don't know if it does anyone else. So I'm going to go ahead and move those over so I can have access to them. And then we have these beautiful Tila beads. Now, like I said, guys, there are gorgeous Tila beads over on Joel's website right now. I mean, run, don't walk. They're really gorgeous. I was looking at them this afternoon and I was drooling, but this is a really nice travertine, green travertine bead in the Tilas. So just gorgeous. I think it's going to make a really nice piece. So to get started, let's move these over here too. Move my pliers because, like I said, I like to catch my string on that. First thing I'm going to do, as you can see, I work from the bottom up. And you can feel free to work from the top to the bottom to the top, whatever you're comfortable with. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up 2 of my 8/0 seed beads, 1 of my Tila beads. Okay, when you're old, you have to do it this way, guys. So I put my Tila bead on. So I know whenever I'm putting that on, you see how that's laying? I want it to be laying in that way so I can come back through the top of that. If I put it on through the top, it just wouldn't work out as well. So you want to make sure that you're able to put that in through that way. And then you're going to take another Tila. Okay, and 2 more seed beads. This is going to be your first go through of your Tila beads, okay? Yeah, Amber, I really like the colors too. I think it was a good choice. I mean, of course, Jules has such good taste, but I kind of said, this is the idea I'm thinking, you go for it. And of course, she always comes through. So basically what I'm going to do here is I move my beads down the thread there, guys, and I'm just going to push them up through. And what I'm going to do is sometimes if I have like a more difficult type of bead to put through, I start with the ones closest over to my needle. And I will push those ones up through and then put my needle through those. Okay. And then I can kind of work across, especially like, for instance, right now I'm working on a rose bracelet and the rose pattern that I'm doing is very intricate. It's like 27 rows of wildfire across. So I kind of just slowly work across, pushing up as I'm working across. And it seems like it works much better to make sure everybody gets in their correct lane, if you know what I mean. So that just over the top there, make sure you're going over the top of all of your warps. And then you're just pulling that through. Okay. So now we're going to be doing the second set. We're going to go through the second set of holes on our Tila. And I'm just going to pick up 2 seed beads. And all we're going to do first is we're going to pick up that first row of seed beads, okay? And we're going to take our needle, and you can see I have my seed beads right here. I'll move them down just a hair on the thread so I don't, knock them off because, we could do that. And I'm just going to put my needle up and under through the Tilas, going under. And then as I go under, I'm going to bring this through. And you'll see where our other 2 seed beads will come in and pop to where they need to be. Now we're going to catch those guys on the way back through. That's how I like to do it. I'll catch those on the way back through because they're just kind of sitting there loosey-goosey now, okay? So we'll catch those on the way back through. And then we're just going to pick up the next 2 8-0s. Kelly says she's working on the hat-bang kit on my large goddess, breaking out original and trying this project now. Think I have similar beads in stash if I'm working along. Oh, awesome, Kelly. Yes, I love it when you guys can work along with us. So as you can see here, guys, I just popped this second set up. The difference with that second row is you're picking up the second set of seed beads after you go through your Tilas, okay? So now we have those there. If you can see them. See if my camera is going to focus today and play nice. There we go. All right. And then I'm just going to take it up over the top like we normally would. And that's when I'm going to catch those seed beads back in there in that second hole in the Tila beads. All right. As I go across there. And there's one row. One completed set. Okay. We'll do that a few more times so you can kind of get it. But really simple. I love the simplicity of it, but yet I think it looks like you've spent a little bit extra time on it. You know what I mean? Kind of tricky. I like to do things that way. So let's do another row here. So we're going to pick up 2 8-0s, a Tila. Come on, Tila, you know we want to. And another one. These are so pretty, these travertine. Also, I mean, I kind of get travertine and Picasso kind of confused sometimes. Does anybody have a trick on being able to tell the difference between, or are they basically the same thing? Oh, hi, Fran. Oh, that's awesome. I will look forward. I hope you guys post your bracelets that you're going to make here. So we did 2 8-0s, 2 Tila beads, and 2 more 8-0s there, guys. Okay, and I'm just going to see how my string's kind of tangled in there. I'm just going to get that out of the way so we don't get a knot. And again, I'm just going to take that and push that up through. And then go across the top of my warps. Just make sure you're seeing the metal of your needle as you're crossing over the top, guys. I know we preach it, but it's going to save you some work later on. You can fix it. You can go back and fix it, but just easier to catch it on the first go round. I'm loving these colors, though. I mean, I think this, I mean, it's green, but yet it's kind of almost giving me a little bit of turquoisey vibes, too. I mean, the 8-0s are. Stop it. There we go. Oh, so pretty. So then we're going to do our second row now, guys. So we're going to pick up, first, we're going to pick up 2 8-0s. If I can do that, we'll be in business. I didn't have too much coffee today. And as I have those down on my needle here, I'm going to take my needle and put it through both of those Tila beads underneath the warps, okay? Yepers, Trish, get your coordination. And if you're make sure you're putting them underneath the warps because you don't want you want to make sure that it's locking everything in. And if you go under first and over next, like we always do, you're going to make sure your beads are nice and locked in there, guys. All right, finally got that through. All right. And there we have that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pick up our second set of 8-0s. How many Tila beads? You know, I haven't sat down and counted them. I have 3 strands here to work with. And I know these are a wee bit smaller, the ones that I have in the bracelet here. I can count these for you and let you know. I was just going to kind of play it by ear, but I do have the 3 strands to use if need be. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 42, 4, 6, 8, 52. 52, and this is made 6 inches, and then I put the ribbon clasps in the, and these, I think these are 6 millimeter, and to me, guys, those look like they might be 4 millimeter, unless I'm crazy, which I could be, but I think they're 4. Whoops, I think they're 4 millimeter, and the others are 6. So you probably would need less of the 6 then, you know, stand to reason, I guess. But hopefully that helps you, Kelly. Hopefully that helps you figure out what you want to pull from your stash. So now that we've got that second set in there, I'm going to go over the top, as we always do, and lock that in. Do we have any other questions tonight, guys? Anything else? Now I'm using some lighter hemp for this project, but you could use the darker hemp, and the beads wouldn't pop off as much. If you wanted more of that natural look, you could certainly do that. I thought the white hemp would really make the beads pop off nicely, and I wanted to kind of do that. But I also used the green wildfire because I thought that would look pretty along the white. So of course, your call, guys, on whatever you like to do. But so we're just going to continue here. And if you hear the fan running, I do apologize, guys, but my folks have a nice and warm house. Let's put it that way. So I'm just putting on my 8-ohs and my Tilas and 2 more 8-ohs. So I don't know if Jules and Nile are done talking yet or not over there. I'm sure they were having a good old time making their project. They usually are on a little over the time they're supposed to be, just slightly, you know. All right, so I'm just pushing those up under again and just going over the top. And do a few more rows here for you. And then once you get the rhythm of it, just like any of the looming, but it just goes real quick because these the Tila beads, you know, the size of them. So 2 8-ohs. And then underneath. I think the trouble I have with this part is as I'm feeding my needle through, trying to get in there, I'm using my left hand, and I'm definitely a righty all the way. So when I have to use my left hand for anything, it gets a little bit rough. And here we go. Doggy's barking, guys. I do apologize. Par for the course. Yay, I'm so glad. Sure, absolutely, Kelly. I am anxious. You are going to have to put a picture up, girl. Be anxious to see it. And then we're just doing the same over the top. We'll do a few more. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I just enjoy doing the actual beading and watching it all come together. I could stay on here all night with you guys gabbing and beading. Whoops, caught on the corner, see? And that's only with an arm's length. So imagine how dangerous I'd be with more. Okay. And I guess I didn't pick up my second ones. So let's do that because we're going to need them. Okay. I'm sorry. What, you too, what, Amber? I'm missing it, honey. Doesn't take me long. Doesn't take much for me to miss things, I mean. So I'm just going over the top again. And you just keep weaving in your beady goodness here, as Jules says. And I'm so glad that you folks found us over here on YouTube. We're going to be, from the sounds of it, we're going to be on YouTube, is where our broadcast is going to go. We will, in general, be posting that posting the live on when it does go live. Let me get my words, use the right words. When it does go live on YouTube, you'll see it come up on Facebook, but it'll just bring you right over to YouTube with us. So we'll be working from here. I'll move that up just a hair. Does anyone else use the Beadle on Sticky Mat? I'd like to hear some input on that. Yeah, the colors are really well put together, and you can thank Miss Jules for that. I had some input. I said I really like these particular Tila beads. See, I mean, guys, come on. It's like anything that is remotely close gets stuck on me. I did pick the Tilas, but I told Jules, I said, have at it with the 8-Os. I'm sure you'll come up with something gorgeous, and of course she did. But like I said, I think this is the green travertine, and these, if you're looking for those in particular, transparent rainbow frosted grass green, these 8-Os are, guys. I love these. I mean, I'm not really a green person, but we used these last week in our St. Patty's stuff too, in our earrings and bracelets and stuff, and I really like them. Kelly, you do like using silicone beading mats. Well, I had forgot that I had this for a while because I was always using it just for my tying station. And then I just came across it the other day and I'm like, I need that back on my life for my looms. So so let's get a few more rows on here, guys. And I know I keep saying that. A few more. There we go. All right. My cookie baking mat. Oh, that works too. It's silicone. And this one is kind of sticky though. Are the baking mats kind of sticky? Or is it just the silicone part of it? See if I can get this up closer for you guys a little bit. Okay. All right. So we have so far, guys. That's really cute, isn't it? Really coming together cute. Not to toot my own horn, but it is sticky. Okay, Kel. Very good. Yeah, I didn't know that baking mats were ever sticky. Of course, I probably don't bake very much to my husband's chagrin, I guess. Here we go again. Putting the lefty to work. I'm wondering, let's turn it on the side so we can see it a little better here, guys. It may be me, but I'm wondering if there isn't something going on with the hole there. And I think there might be. I think we're having some issues with the hole. So what we'll do, and this is a good thing because thrift store is always good, Cal. This is a good thing, guys, because you can see what you do if you have like a blocked hole or a non-existing hole in one of your Tilas. And it does happen no matter where you get them from. Seed beads and Tilas. I know a lot of us seasoned beaders, we know that. Your duos, all that it can happen with. I used to have the rule of thumb where I would go and check all my holes before I started on like bracelets like this, but as you can see, I didn't. So I just took my needle off and I just took the needle in through this loop here and just started pulling it so we could get it out of there. And then I'm just going to continue pulling it out. and slide that bead off. And then we'll get a better look at it. There we go. All right, let's see. That one's good. Yep, that one is closed up on the top completely. So we would have been here all night, guys. So it happens. Because when they do string the Tilas, they only put them through one side too. Keep that in mind. All right, so I'm going to thread my needle back on here, guys. Okay, now we still have our 2 seed beads on there, and we'll pick up our Tila. That worked for us. Yep. There we go. Got her now. And then I'll look at this one. Yep, those are good. Hey, now. Shh. Never fails. Can't help it. They like to party. They like to party. Oh, she did. She just finished with Neely. Well, welcome in, Rose. Nice to see you. I knew they would be quite over time, so I didn't want to wait too awful late to start because I'm kind of getting tired myself. So, but we are making a super fun Tila bracelet tonight, Sandy. Okay. And then I'm going to pick up 2 8-0s to go through that second row. Again. And again, we're going to go underneath and see if we can go through it correctly this time. Or not correctly, but there's actually a hole there. There we go. Good, guys. I went right through. And then 2 more 8-0s. Do we have any questions here tonight, guys, so far? Amber's been doing a great job of keeping those in check, and I just saw Miss Joan pop in. I know, they were gabbing it up over there, weren't they, Joan? And there we go. Do you guys want to see a few more rows, or do you think you got it? Let me know. I can bead all night if need be. Her ears are already tired. I'm sure of that. Well, we're not going to be on here super long today, Joel or Joan. We're just going to get the basic pattern down. I did miss the beginning, so I'll have to watch to see the start. Yes, certainly. You can do that, Fran. And I knew you guys would be kind of filtering over after they're live, but I'm going to do a couple more just for the folks that just came in, so then that way you can kind of get the gist of it. Of course, you can rewatch it as well. But I'm just picking up 2 8-0s, and I was explaining at the beginning, the warp on this is 2 3 3 2, and what that means is I'm leaving 2 spaces between here, 3 spaces here and here, and another 2 here. So on my original, that's going to be these little notches in here. See. Okay, you can also do this on the Wisdom Warrior as well, or really any loom that you have in general, besides the baby loom. If you did it on the baby loom, you can make a cool ring, you know. But so I picked up 2 8-0 seed beads, and I'm going to make sure I don't get that same bead and put it up here. There we go. And then I'm going to pick up 2 Tilas. And then 2 8-0s again. And I'm going to feed those beads down to the bottom. Sure, Rose, sure. These are 8-0s, and then these are 6mm Tila beads. Move them back a little bit so you can see them. These are the Tilas, and these are from Joel's website. She has some gorgeous Tilas over there. And then these are 8-0s, as I said, in this beautiful grass green rainbow color. Very simple. You know, a lot of you probably have it in your stash. If not, like I said, there's some beauties over that way. But I know when you're a seasoned beater, you got a lot in your stash. Believe me, I know. So I dropped that down, guys, and I'm just going to push that up underneath. And you can see when I'm putting these up through, of course, we have our emptiness up here from our second row, and I'm going to show you how you can go back and catch that. So we're just going to go ahead and lock this row in, and that just means by going over the top and going through our 8/0s, our Tilas, and our second set of 8/0s, okay? And that's locking us in pretty well there. Okay, and so we're going to pick up, now for this next row, we're going to do it a little differently. We're going to pick up 2 8/0s. And then I'm going to drop those down. Can you use 6? You could use 6 O's, but you're going to have to give yourself a little bit more room to groove on these outsides. So you may need to do like 3 and 3, 3, just do 3 across on all of it. On all 4 lanes, you probably want to add at least another space to give you some room to groove there. So I picked up my second 8/0s and I dropped them down. And I'm going to take my needle, or I was pulling it under and I'm not ready for that yet. And I'm just going to put it into the second set of holes on both of the Tila beads. And if you're like me, it can be a little painful, but if you're not left-handed, but we get it eventually. So I'm pulling that. Okay, and you can see how that's going to fill in for us there, guys. And we're going to lock it in because you can see right now it's all loose there just because we went through it, the underneath just the one time, you know. So we're going to pick up a couple more 8/0s. What did you use to warp, Trish? I used hemp, and this is the 0.5 hemp, actually. So you could use whatever hemp you have. You do not have to have warp thread between every bead. Absolutely not. Nope. And that can open up a whole new world for you, Becky. Because you do not have to. As long as they'll fit in your lane and lock in fine. And I'm saying lane, you know, like these in between your warps. You can, the sky's the limit there, kid. So there you go. And there we are, guys. That's what we have so far. So let's bring Joan up here. You're all right to come on up, Joan? Whether you want to or not. Let's add you up in here.
I guess I'm halfway dressed. Just excuse my appearance.
Oh, no. You look gorgeous as always. I'm going to flip my camera while we have your beautiful face up there. I'm going to close the lens this time so I don't make anybody sick in the process. But now you're really going to get sick.
Oh, no. You're always lovely.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Thank you so much for coming over. And Miss Amber did jump in here tonight, and it was nice to just, even if she could just comment with us, just to have her here and have some fun.
I was really busy putting up some links. So I don't know if you answered this question. What did you use for the warps?
I did, but I will go over it again just in case we missed it. This is hemp, and this is the 0.5 hemp. Okay.
Awesome.
But you could use, you know, the 0.10 as well. You know, either one works fine. I just chose that. I do like how the 0.5 like really sits down in the grooves of the original. I have to say that, but I use both all the time. So, all right, guys. Well, I think that's it for tonight. And the plan is we're going to come back next week. We're going to show you the beautiful Creative Soul box for this month. For our course that we're going to be having. We're going to be having a beautiful bracelet over there as well. So if you haven't checked out the Creative Soul, you're going to want to do that. Beautiful subscription. Everything is curated by him, by Jules, and just gorgeous. Everything I've ever gotten from there. How about you, Joan? Agree?
Oh, yes. I don't complain about anything. It's awesome.
No, it's all, and it's high quality, gorgeous materials. And then you get the courses on top of it. You aren't just given the materials and saying, here, have at it. You get a course that teaches you how to use those materials, which I think is a great benefit of it, you know.
And an extra benefit is it's also a great community over
Absolutely.
there.
That is a wonderful, that's probably the top benefit, actually, because we have a beautiful community, and we do get to have our Zoom calls together, and that's super fun. So thank you, Kelly. Thank you, everyone, for tonight. It was super fun. Are you talking about me? My necklace is gorgeous. Oh, I guess, Joan, you don't have one
I was staring at it too when that comment came through.
Yeah, oh, yeah, it's just I'm twisting it the wrong way. But yeah, thank you. It is just a very simple one as well. We could go through and definitely do this sometime. And you know, it looks, again, I like it to look more difficult than it really is. That's my kind of tutorials, you know. So okay, guys, if there's not any other questions, then I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna go visit with my folks. I'm hoping my husband gets home here soon. He's been out and about taking care of things today. So everyone, I hope you have a wonderful evening. And Joan, if you don't have anything else to input, I think
no, I don't. I'm ready to go out and visit around the fire pit.
I bet you are. You put your time in tonight, didn't you, girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
I missed most of the show.
Oh, no worries. No worries. It's all good. We do miss you, of course, but we'll see y'all next week, and we'll look forward to taking it off the loom then and seeing our kit. Bye, guys.
Bye. So, wow, that was it.
I hit it. Yes, here we go.